Alright, welcome back to my channel. This is part 2 for this deku head meta ability creation. So, let's get into it. Right into it. I ain't saying nothing else. Alright, so after a week after basically the quirk session test, apprehension test, they come back to school, and this is when they be waiting for their teacher to come in, Aizawa, but they get shocked when All Might came in, telling them he's gonna be their hero battle instructor. So he tells them that they shall be doing, basically he tells them all of his job. Like he's gonna instruct them on hero battles and stuff like that. He then press a button and everyone's suitcase will come out with their outfits, costumes. Deku will have this suit like he does in the picture, but he has an overcoat on, a black overcoat. Now everyone is in basically the what is it called, observation deck, and a couple of Deku's friends will ask him why he has a suit on. He says that he doesn't really like to wear armor or like a costume, so he just picks something simplistic, just a basic suit, or something that he can put on easily and take off. But he does say it's stronger than most suits, It's actually bulletproof, a couple other things, and also, fireproof, so it won't burn up. He'd also have some gloves on, just basic gloves. Actually, the same thing as, basically a suit. Bulletproof, fireproof, a lot of rubber, so he won't get shocked or electrocuted. Even though he really doesn't need it. But still, he has it. Better safe than sorry, as I would say. Or as my teacher would say, safety is the most important thing. It's his favorite word. So, what was I going to say? Yes, like in my what if, I forgot what it's called. Never mind. I'm just going to keep going. The teams would be the same. Deku, Naraka, Bako, Anita, and stuff like that. Bako said yes, he gets to fight Izuku again. So he says that this time he will win. No matter how strong your quirk is, I will win. So they all go down, and Bako Ito will actually talk this time. Even though Bako sees Ito as annoying a little bit, he still talks to him. And the Bako is not that arrogant as he is canny. He would just not rush out. He knows that he needs some kind of plan to actually be able to put up with Deku. So after coming up with a plan, him and Ida come up with a plan. They would actually go through with the plan, but still it would not work anyway. After walking into the building, Deku would say that they are on the top floor in such and such room. Rocco asks how he knows that. Deku would say it's one of the aspects of my quirk. He can basically feel the vibrations, not vibration. How am I gonna do this? Oh, I'll do like this. He can feel the heat that Bako gives off is much higher than Ida, because his body temperature is way higher. It's like Todoroki's. He says Todoroki is an anomaly because he's both hot and cold. He's more cold than he is hot. Now, y'all probably think that Todoroki would be at a balance. He should be. But since he does not use, he does not use his fire side, that's why it's more cold than hot. So they fight. I want to say Deku and Rock will win this. I'm not going into the detail of this, like, because I really don't see a point in going into detail of this. Once it's over, everyone else will fight. I'll never tell them what they did right, what they did wrong, such and such, yada yada yada. As I would, when they get to the next day, as I would tell them, no, what they need to work on, things like that. Then he would tell them that they need to do something. They need to choose a class rep. Automatically, that could be picked along with Ida as vice president. Deku not really wanting the responsibility, but try to push it off, but he couldn't. So when they get to lunch, everything goes to cannon. Everything goes to cannon in the cafeteria with Ida basically talking and coming everyone down with Uraka's help. With this, Deku actually fully pushes responsibilities to Ida, making him class president, and making Momo class vice president. With him being the face. So after that's all done, as I would tell them next week, the next week to get ready, they're going to the USJ, and everyone will get ready. You know, getting dressed, having all their clothes, stuff like that. Sorry about it. I just started thinking about that what if. I forgot what part I'm at. I know it's part 2, but where am I at in that story? I don't really think the USJ happened in that story. Whatever. So, they all get on the bus, and they be driven down to USA. When they get there, they get out. They go inside. They're from 13 when explain what they're gonna be doing. You know, rescue training. And at this point in time, the villains would actually start showing up. Deku already on high alert would activate a couple of his quirks. This is when time Kiryu and Shigaraki would announce what they're here for. They're here to kill All Might. This when the Nomu will come out. Deku will be more on high alert at the Nomu because he sees that this creature is weird. Then Kiryu then, basically teleport up to where the students at, but then he would just freeze. Everyone is wondering why. Shigaraki is wondering why Kiryu didn't start doing anything yet. It's when Kiryu just pass out. And his purple mist was just dissipate. Now, if you wonder why this happened, it's because of the last video, like I said, Deku has the ability to cancel all quirks around him. Like I read, it's like an EMP. He can choose whether it affects him, not him, his allies. He can choose basically if it affects specific people or everyone around him. It's basically like that. So with Kiryu out for the count, his quirk would stop working, which he would pass out. He would not die, basically. He would just pass out. Because I don't really know if his quirk is a form of life support. Because he is dead already. Whatever. Shigaraki would get angry at this, start scratching. He would send Nomu up there to see what happened. But when the Nomu gets close, his quirks would start working too. But he's still hurt. Is a super strength a quirk? I'm pretty sure, yeah. Super strength is a quirk. But even then, basically, he will still be stronger and faster because of all the muscles he has. And he's not bound by basically being alive. So he has no restraints. or restrictions to his body. He could throw a full force punch without anything happening to himself. So, Deku wanted to get rid of it fast. Would actually just point his hand forward and just, release a huge blast of fire, which would shock Todoroki a little bit because the only person he knows to have firepower like this is his own father. That could release a huge blast of fire that would incinerate the Nonwu. At the same time, Aizawa didn't call in for backup. Telling you that villains are here. Now you might be wondering why the Quirk Jammer, not Quirk Jammer, the dude with the jammer quirks, why his it's not jamming anything. That's because, like I said, the AoE around Deku that's erasing quirks would allow for Aizawa, Kaminari, and anyone else that has a phone to phone in for backup of the heroes, stuff like that, which they would do. After a while, basically, the villains would keep on trying to attack the students. Aizawa, 13, Deku, anyone else that could fight would actually fight back against these villains. And after a while, the rest of the other heroes would show up, and they would come in. They say today, Kirigiri get taken away. Shigaraki would actually be saved by another Nomu. Actually, no, he would not be saved. He would still get shot by a snipe, and he would get captured. Alpha does not know what's going on, so he cannot save him. He just knows that they went out. He does not know how long they're going to be out. Now, if you hear me pause a little bit, because I'm listening to something right now. Got headphones in. Now, Shigaraki, Kirigiri get taken to the police station somewhere where they can be put into an area with correct racing handcuffs and certain padding that does not allow quirks to work in a certain area. After this all said and done, basically, since no one was hurt, they didn't have to close school down. They still did it for a couple of days to basically find out how the villains got there after interrogation. A lot of villains, how they knew about it, and stuff like that. So they learned that they actually stole some documents. That's how they knew. So, back in school, a week would go by. They be told that they should they have 2 weeks to train for the US Sports Festival. The other class tried to basically intimidate them, but the other class when they was scared because they just had to face the villains. This would have raised other classes thinking that they couldn't intimidate class 1A, but they would just leave after that. Alright, so during these 2 weeks, people would train their quirks to the best of their abilities, think about new ways to use it and things like that. Deku wouldn't really have anything to train, but he tried creating new abilities. Alright, now, after this all over and done, the sports festival would come. Deku would actually have to give a speech because he's the one who had got first place. Todoroki would basically declare Deku his enemy, declare war on Deku. Then the race begins. Deku will become in first place. He just ran to the finish line with a couple of speed quirks. He would get first place with 20 million. He would have the same team as in and he'd also be taking headbands. But no matter what people do, they could not keep up with Deku's team, not because they stopped Deku's team or anything like that. Even Todoroki got a little bit angry because he cannot do anything to Deku and his team. Baku already knew that there was no way to stop Deku. At the end of it, Deku had a lot of points. Like I said before, multiple triple digit numbers. Big the same number. 666-777-888-999, such and such, such and such. After that's done, it's time for the one-on-one battles. Deku versus Shinso tried to put Deku on the quirk. Deku would talk, but Shinso can see that his quirk did not work on Deku at all. Deku would say, "You have to fight me." Shinso tried to fight Deku, but Deku would thoroughly destroy Shinso. Tell Shinso his quirk could be used for greatness. He just applies it in the wrong field. Tell him he should be more like Aizawa, his sensei. He'd be a great hero that way. He will leave. Mostly underground heroes will take interest in Shinso. A couple of them heroes that's overworld, but mostly underground heroes because they see it's a great power. And a lot of detectives and cops also because they see they can get a lot of answers out of villains and basically criminals. The rest of the fights will go like normal until Deku's better than Todoroki. Deku would just walk to the ring, ignoring Endeavor. When it comes to fight Todoroki keep on using his ice blast. Deku would tell him to use his ice powers. Todoroki would say he would not use not his ice fire power. Todoroki says he would not use his father's quirk. Deku would say, "It is not your father's quirk, it is yours. So show me your ice powers. Show me everything you have. If you want to be a hero, if you truly wish to be one of the greatest heroes in the world, then you shall not be held back by pettiness. Do not let your blood hold you back. Do not be bound by this." Todoroki, remembering, having a flashback what his mother said, would burst into flames, literally. Class 1A is a little bit shocked because they did not know that Todoroki has this kind of power. Todoroki would think Deku, but also think that he's stupid for letting his enemy basically become stronger. Deku says it would not have mattered. Todoroki would draw his own hands and use his quirk, using the same attack he did in canon, which I think I named last time I actually used it, called Zero Caliber. Oop, I'm back. Yeah. He uses this quirk called Zero Caliber. Not quirk, ability. The mixing of heat and cold would make a huge explosion, but that could be perfectly fine after everything is done. Todoroki would be the one that's out of the ring, but he would still stand. He's not the ring. He's still standing up. Deku would say there was somebody to find power. He would point at Todoroki and just act like he's pushing him, and Todoroki pushed out the ring. But I still win. That's what Deku says. He walked off. Deku versus Bako. Bako would do his best, but he would still get eliminated. But he would smile, thinking that he's at least one step closer to becoming a greater hero. He sees that he did get a lot stronger. He got a train coming. Oh, God. So, Deku. What name should I get Deku? Why did I never think about names? Oh my God. I'm gonna call him Deku like I did in canon. Deku, the unnatural hero. So after that's all done, said, I'm gonna end this with it. No, actually, I'm gonna go to the stain part, and then that's when I'm gonna end it. So Ida was to get that call saying that his brother got attacked by Stain and he's in critical condition. Going to his brother, he would be there. He'd be fuming. He'd be furious. He was going to get his revenge. So he will enter a ship with Manuel. So Deku seeing what Ida's doing, he can already tell what he's going to do. So he will find an interest ship down there too. Ida does not notice this, as he's too focused on his revenge and brooding. So when it's time for the entrance exam, Deku's already entrance exam. Ida's basically there too. They're patrolling. This around the time the attack. Deku already knew that Ida would rush out to find Stain, so he would rush around the city looking for Ida. And when he actually finds him, he sees he is on the ground, bleeding for his arm, and he's just stuck there. You'd also see another hero against the wall, bleeding a lot also. Deku rushed in, throw a punch. Stain, having very fast reflexes, would see it coming and dodge it. But he was not ready for the fire that came next, or neither was he ready for the water that also came after that. In quick succession, Deku would be switching between between abilities and powers, throwing out different things, much as Stain, super strength powers and things like that. Until he gets Stain on his last, leg. Well, basically, last leg, last stand, and he would knock Stain out. Quickly tying Stain up, he'd rush over to Ida, checking on him, seeing any other injuries that are serious or life-threatening. He'd do the same with Manuel, seeing none of them. Also, he would call in extra heroes to basically come and help them. They come, at this point in time, Stain will wake up. He'd do his whole thing to the world, message to the world, which was also recorded. He frees almost everyone in place. I say almost because Deku was not affected. This when the Nomu would come in and try to swoop down and take Deku. Deku, not even really caring, would lift his hand up like he grabs the Nomu, grip down, and just swing down with his basically little to no effort. With the Nomu being swung down with such force, it explodes. People want to say something, but no, they really didn't have time to, as more Nomus would come in. Start fighting the heroes. So they start destroying the Nomus left and right. Stain would be taken to jail, and as Deku and Ida gets back, Ida would be reprimanded for doing something so dangerous, and then getting himself killed. He would think it went because he didn't know they cared like that. He'd also get reprimanded by his brother, who would cry, saying that he didn't know he would do if he had lost him. After that's all said and done, is all over, this is what I'm going to end this with. Thanks for watching. Peace out. See you guys in What If Naruto Love to Fight. That's the next What If to come out. Two of those, then what if Deku had an ass quirk, or had a quirk?